From WFAA-TV, the spirit of Texas. This is Good Morning Texas in high definition.
Lewis's classic works is coming to the Dallas stage. The Screwtape Letters open at the Majestic Theater tomorrow. Today, the star and one of the people behind the adaptation is here to talk about it with us. Max McLean, good to see you, sir.
Thank you, Rob.
So, you're Max McLean. You're known for your one-man shows. You've been performing all over the country, and you get the phone call that says, hey, I think you'd make a great tempter of Satan.
Right.
Satan's minion.
That's essentially how it happened. You know, a person saw one of my works and said, you'd make a really good Screwtape. And I didn't know if that was a compliment or not.
Well, let's talk about this character of Screwtape. It's one of C.S. Lewis's most endearing characters, but it is not as well known as the Narnia characters, Lion, the Witch, and Wardrobe.
Well, Screwtape does have a brand. I think that the character Screwtape is one of the great literary creations of the 20th century. I mean, Lewis created this inverted world where up is down, good is bad. God is called the enemy. Lucifer, or Satan, is our father below, and Screwtape is Satan's chief psychiatrist, and the play follows Screwtape's schemings as he's trying to bring a young patient, as he calls it, and patient's an interesting word because you know, I think of a patient as someone in need of healing. In Screwtape's vernacular, it's someone in need of corrupting.
So it is this almost seduction of this patient in so many different tactics and so many different approaches. Right.
When I was creating the character, I thought of Iago from Shakespeare's Othello, you know, someone who would get into your confidence and then manipulate you. Hannibal Lecter, who had this really, you know, this outer aesthetic. He liked fine wines, great, but then inside he's a cannibal. And a little bit of Oscar Wilde and a little bit of Lewis Black and a lot of Max McLean.
Yeah, this is a funny show. That's the other thing. It's not just a serious theological treatise on the nature of man.
It has to entertain. I mean, we ran in New York for 309 performances. We outlasted 90% of the shows that ran last year. It's gotten tremendous reviews, primarily because it is entertaining. But more than that, it starts with that, and then that gets you in, and then it's just very, very provocative.
Yeah, it's meant to start the questions and get the audience asking questions. And I wanted to talk about the audience because, you know, religious groups, Christian organizations have really embraced this and talked about it. But folks from the absolute other side of the spectrum have also come to this and started that conversation.
Well, certainly. I mean, Lewis has a huge following. You know, the thing I think people love about Lewis is that he was an adult convert to Christianity, and so he never forgot what it was like not to believe. So he always wrote from that perspective, and people just appreciate that. He loved a good argument. He would, you know, he came from an academic background at Oxford and Cambridge, so he had to stand up for what he believed. But he just really could get his point across in a way that people said, yeah, I get that.
Well, my last question is, you've been playing this now for years, traveling all over the country, playing this really basically innately evil character. What has that done to you? Have you seen some effect in the way you look at the world?
Well, I know why I'm doing it. I mean, certainly, you know, I'm ashamed to say I love playing Screwtape. But it's, you know, the thing is, I think the big lesson of Screwtape is that, you know, we don't just live in a material world. There's this spiritual world of powers and principalities that are acting on us, and we just need to be aware of them.
Well, it is a compelling show. I appreciate you coming in and talking with us. The Majestic Theater is a great space for it. You're going to enjoy it. You go tomorrow night, Saturday, and Saturday night.
Yeah, 2 shows on Saturday, 4 and 8, and I think we're pretty sold out on Saturday, Matt, but I think Saturday evening's got some room.
Fantastic. Max, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Up next, we solve the case of the missing GMT camera. Stay with us.